Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'd like to make a special video about something very close and personal to me. This is Aggie's, and she makes me the luckiest SOB in the entire universe. Aggie's had a hard time starting up in this world, but with good family, good doctors, and free healthcare, we've managed to pull through. This is like the happiest baby I've ever met, I swear to God. I'm not saying all times are good times, but she is generally a very happy baby. She loves chilling out on the bed. She loves chilling out. Anyways, the reason why I want her to put Aggie's here in my text video is she's lost her. As you might be able to tell, she's lost her hearing, a significant amount of her hearing. She is totally deaf in one ear and mostly deaf in the other. So we got something called the cochlear implant. This is the external part, of course. An implant is always on the inside. Unfortunately, she did have to go under the knife for this, but because of the cochlear implant, she can hear. So he's like, I can't hear if you're taking it from me, Daddy. So this bottom part is called the processor. It goes behind the ear. It looks huge on this poor little kid's head, but it can help her hear. And this top part is a receiver, and the receiver sends information into the implant, and the implant bypasses the ear altogether, and it sends information right to the brain. At first it's difficult. Oh, so there's a magnet on the inside. A magnet on the inside of her skin now. A magnet within the implant, and that's how it snaps and attaches. And of course, if you know babies, this kid takes that thing off all the time, don't you? Keeping this thing on her head is almost impossible. The whole process altogether probably costs about $10,000. So if you're Canadian and if you pay your bills, thank you. I'll never complain about having to pay my taxes, not bills, taxes. If you're Canadian and you pay your taxes, thank God. Trust me, it's going to a good cause. Maybe not all those dollars all the time, but the majority. And I'd like to think that's what makes us Canadian. Anyways, if I was to go through the birth of this child without any help from the government, I think I would have had to sell my home. So the external part costs about $5,000. So does the internal. Now, cochlear implant is something, a name that's copywritten actually. It's really new. And at first, the brain doesn't really know how to interpret the messages. It sounds like a bad hearing aid at first. It sounds like the chipmunks or like laughing ducks or laughing squirrels. So Zoe has to wear this. The longer she wears it, and no one can explain why. But the longer she wears it, the better her brain will be able to interpret it. And eventually it sounds like regular, everyday sound. And nobody knows. She loves the bed. Nobody knows how it happens. But it happens, and it works. He loves the camera. So the other ear, we're giving her a hearing aid, and that's going to cost us out of pocket about $1,600. But it's worth it, and we got to get this stuff because it's good for development now. As many of you know, first 5 years of life, you get a lot of information, a lot of development happening, and if you don't get development happening, it's not going to. They're going to develop it later. Oh, sorry, they won't be able to develop it later as nicely. Kind of like, I'd like to thank all the doctors at Sick Kids. Now you know what I get to listen to all day. If you tech guys out there, if you guys don't have any kids, this is what having a kid sounds like apparently. Not all the time. Apparently some of them are quiet all the time. But this is definitely not one of them. I assure you, she can hear herself. The green light on the back of this thing means she can hear herself. She loves it. You want to hold it, Zoe? Odie, come here. Come here. This is her puppy dog, Odie's. She loves Odie's. Anyways, that was a video about cochlear implants. In particular, about my beautiful daughter, Aggies. Yeah!